My name is Chris Claremont. You're watching Omni X-Men.
Hi, I'm Bob McLeod, and you're watching Omni X-Men.
You're watching X-Men Omni with Justin and John. And their good friend, Hank.
Hell yeah. And bamf, we are here for another Omni X-Men episode. Welcome in, friends. If you are unfamiliar with these live streams, you got to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and then down below, there's other links you should use, because this is a show that bounces between two channels, and we go book by book through the Claremont era of Uncanny X-Men. This is the 6th season. And I've got all the playlists linked down below. You can go back to the beginning. 6 years worth of this insane ride through the Claremont era of Uncanny X-Men and a little New Mutants as well. That's me, and that's this guy. No Good Comics.
I am not a bogey.
Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't ask you backstage.
I am not a bogey.
So far, I've heard 3 different ways to pronounce that word.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're a bogey guy.
Yeah.
I was a boggy guy.
Boggy?
And
All right,
in a second, we're going to hear a third way to say it. But hey, yes, follow No Good Comics. His link is down below. Next week, we're on his channel for issue 199. We are on the precipice of the trial of Magneto in issue 200. We are right there. It's an exciting time to be an X-Men reader.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm glad that you said that before too. I was about to, when you preparing for you to throw me on screen. I noticed your awesome shirt thanks to Tony, and I was going to start it by saying, "Is it bogey? Bogey?
Yes,
bogey."
Tony's got to make a new shirt. How do you pronounce boggy?
I'm curious what this third way is. I mean, I guess I could guess, but we'll have our guests do that.
I was going to say, well, let's bring him in. We got the one and only Stevie from Conlon Comics. What's going on, Stevie?
It's Boogie. He's not a boogie. That's
it's the post-disco era. It's Disco Nightwing.
I like that one.
Everybody boogie.
I thought you were gonna say like Boji or something like that, or Baji, which it could be.
I don't need a fourth way. This is already gonna mess me up. Add it to the Claremont questions you're building, Justin. And
yeah.
Ask Chris Claremont.
Yep. Chat.
How do you pronounce boggy?
Another question.
Stevie, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate it. Especially, this was a big ask. This is 4 issues in one night. A lot of reading for you.
Oh yeah, but there was no other option. I was so pumped that this miniseries was on the list to choose from.
Yeah,
Nightcrawler is one of my favorites. So
yes,
I was pumped.
It's a great pick.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I realized I signed up for 4 issues when I just said Nightcrawler.
All right, good. I'm glad there's some honesty there. The Longshot people are in for a deep weeds because that's like 6 issues. I think we had to break it up twice.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Well, thank you for coming, man. His links are down below at the same time. So you guys got a lot of things you can do while I'm saying hello to the chat. So cruise through, folks. Use those links and subscribe. Yep. We got our man Ruben Guzman, always #1 tailgater in the chat. Good to see you, Ruby. Magic Lasso couldn't even spell bogey. He got 1 G. There's 2 G's, double G's.
The Bajis.
Yeah. He says everyone's a critic. Boggy. Yeah. And 4 S's in Miss Ross. I agree.
Yeah, that's right.
We got Matt, my man, Impress Comics. He says he's stuck in a hotel. He's ready for a 4-hour live stream tonight. He wants the longest episode.
He told him hours. Lock in
the whole thing. Super slow internet. So he's gonna send answers in advance. Just guess. Just throw it in whenever you see a start line. Just throw something in.
Yeah.
We got Paul, my man, Big O from Florida Gulf Coast. How you doing, Paul?
What's up, Paul?
Good to see you, sir. And let's see. We got Adam makes stuff up. What is going on?
Adam.
He says Oogie Boogie. So he's agreeing with the Boogie comment. There you go. And then we've got Boogie. Is that Boogie?
Boogie. Bougie.
So many questions. Ooh, bougie. There it is. See, look, he even says it. It's alternate spelling for bougie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Interesting. I hope my very tall version of Wonder Woman is doing well for your ex during D&D. Oh, there you go. You do have an Amazonian character in that game.
Nice.
4 hours. What the bamf? What's going on? Jackson Roy Kirk.
What the Farouk is going on here?
Yeah, it's out of control. And I somehow missed Bobby, even though he was in the credit sequence at the beginning.
Bobby.
Good to see you, my friend Bobby.
Steve, you got to show him the shirt. Hit him with the shirt, Steve.
The Banff shirt. Banff.
There it is. Yeah, let's blow it up. Yeah, there it is.
I have mine somewhere. I actually don't even know where mine is. I got to find mine.
Great shirt. Let's see. I think we got all caught up. Thanks everybody for coming by. We'll try to say hello when you guys are in the chat. We appreciate all your comments and sticking around to the end, because this is the show where you can answer trivia at the end of the night and get yourself on the big giveaway prize wheel that we got coming up, obviously at the end of every season, usually in June, somewhere between our birthdays. We do some kind of crazy giveaway shenanigans, lots of prizes, including, I should probably have been ready for sharing the piece of original art for the season from the Frame Brothers.
I'm never ready. So.
Original sketch cover from the Frame Brothers.
Yeah.
Knights of the Dinner Table. These are published artists, very talented folk, and they have great rates for their sketch covers and variants and things. So this was one I jumped on for us.
It's amazing.
So lots of prizes, lots of things you can win. The way you do that, you stick to the end, and then you either get a correct answer or you make Stevie laugh, entertain Stevie, and you can get on the wheel.
And Stevie has something he wants to share for the end of the year.
So,
I don't know if you announce it now.
One of those prizes is something that I'm going to be giving away, which is this really awesome Nightcrawler pop.
Yeah, man.
So this will be one of the giveaways. I'll be sending this to whoever wins.
That's badass.
Nice.
But it glows in the dark too, so it's an oversized pop. It's pretty cool.
That's freaking cool, man.
And it's got the Banff on it too. It says Banff in the
back, like the smoke.
in the little see down here.
Oh yeah, nice.
I love it.
It's a great pop. It really is.
That's cool. Candace is in the chat. What's going on, Candace? Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, Stevie, thanks for doing
all the giveaways. We got Chet Scotland in the chat. What's going on? It's been a long time, sir. I hope you're doing well.
My man Chet.
So there you go. Everybody is here. Appreciate you all coming by. Yes, tonight we are doing 4 issues of the Nightcrawler miniseries from back in '85. I tried to condense it down to a 24-page slideshow, gang.
Wow.
This is kind of like going on, sitting down with your grandparents after they took their vacation, and they're going to go through all the pictures that they've got. So we'll see how well I do. But you can start the timer now. Here we go, gang. Yeah. So yes, we are doing it. The Nightcrawler miniseries. This came out in 1985. Art and story by Dave Cockrum. It's possible this is the first time we've done an issue on this show where Chris Claremont touched it not once.
Yeah.
His name is nowhere on this book. Am I right in that?
I feel like we did one without him, but I can't recall. So yeah, I think let's call it this, because it's pretty crazy that it's all just
wild.
Dave Cockrum.
Yeah. But yeah, let's look at these covers here. I joked with Justin. They gave me Errol Flynn vibes. This is like reminding me of Captain Blood and those great swashbuckler films of Errol Flynn. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on these 4 covers, Justin.
Yeah. So these are, the issue 1 cover definitely stands out the most to me, just because I feel like I've seen that on the rack a bit more than anything else, or even just in back issue bins more so than anything else. Obviously it leads the way if you ever go to look it up or anything like that. If you're I think it's an awesome cover. I think Nightcrawler with a few blades in this kind of pirate formation on a ship. It's like, heck yeah, give me all that. For a second I thought that was a full moon, but I realized it's like the sails, I guess.
It's the sail. Yeah.
But love the first cover. Second cover kind of reminds me of like a Conan type of cover, or saving the damsel in distress type of vibe with this cool shark coming out.
I was gonna say it's like a Jaws poster too, with the shark coming up underneath.
Yes, 3 was probably the one I liked the least out of the 4 of them. I think just the way the coloring is and everything, hard to kind of make it out, especially from farther away. But it's fine. I don't hate it. And then 4, I think is for a Arthur Adams cover. I think that's
is it?
I think that's an Arthur Adams cover. Oh no, it is Cockrum. It says Cockrum.
I thought it was him all the way through, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. No, it's Cockrum. I thought the way that one of the face styles was. I thought it was not. Well, either way, I like that one as well. So yeah, overall, I know I have this set, John. I know you were mentioning it's around here. You know, your set is around.
I don't know where it is.
I know I have this somewhere as well. So yeah, once I find it, dig it out, I'll have to take some pictures of it.
Yeah. My friend Mars, the comic girl, is in the chat. What is going on, Mars? And yeah, she and I were talking Nightcrawler this week.
Nice.
I shared with her that image of him laying across the couch with the toy Bamf in his lap, recreating that Burt Reynolds pose. So good. Yeah, Stevie, what about yourself? Any thoughts here on these 4 covers?
Yeah, I love the 1 and 2 so much. That the number 1, just that I feel like that's such a synonymous, like with the swords and stuff. That's really how we know Nightcrawler, or what he comes to be known as. So there's like a lot of lore building, I feel like, for the character in this little run. I love 2. I love shark covers. It's a weird thing, like shark covers, but and like I love how he's holding the princess and stuff like that. Just those 2 covers alone are amazing. I feel like it kind of tails off for 2 and 3, which I kind of felt like the series kind of tails off for 2 and 3. So that makes sense to me. But I absolutely love 1 and 2. He's always swinging from a rope on each of these covers too. He's on a rope on every single one of these covers, which I don't know if they did that on purpose or.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't notice that. That's a good call.
But yeah, 1 and 2 are amazing. One is one of my favorite Nightcrawler covers of all time. So if not my favorite.
It looks like everybody in the chat is agreeing with you guys. Jackson says, if the word count is low, then it's not Claremont. So there you go. That's one thing to.
So there were some rough pages in some of these books here. With some real.
Bobby says he's got issues 1 and 2 signed. So there you go.
Very nice.
Nice. Let's see. Yeah, looks like everybody's agreeing. First is their favorite. Nightcrawler does reference Jaws. This is true. And honestly, 3 and 4 are very forgettable. I don't know that I have any affinity for either one. I do like the silly pose that Nightcrawler's in on the last one, where it looks like he's scared to drop down the rest of the way on the rope. But yeah, it's all about 1 and 2 for sure, and specifically 1 works really, really well for me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think number 4 with Kitty's face, I think that's who that is right there.
Yeah, it's that like hologram where she's like being the Wizard of Oz kind of.
That's Ileana. That's
is it Ileana?
Yeah.
I think it's Kitty when they do it in the book though.
The blonde.
So that makes me confused. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's blonde or if it's the green color that she's
light from the
in
computer
the
screen
comic,
thing she's doing. Yeah.
Because she goes in at one point. Either way.
Yeah. This is hilarious. Magic Lasso. I'm officially X-Men trash now. Yeah, join us. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome. Well, all right. Let's get right into these books. We jump right into the Danger Room. Which, how much is that? Now, I'm going to say it's boggy because it rhymes with doggy in the window, but who knows right there. You've got Nightcrawler dodging some missiles, Kitty and Ileana up in the booth, navigating things for him. And you get to see him kind of exercising some skills. And then when he's done, he goes into a bit of a story when he's like, hey, back in the day, we had this guy, the Vanisher, and he was struggling with his powers, and I accidentally touched him. And then we vanished to this crazy volcano land, and it was very wild. None of us could use our powers. It was really stressful. And the girls were like, you know what we should do? We should recreate that. That would be a whole lot of fun. So they do. Yeah, that's what everybody thinks to do. So they do. They recreate the volcano, and instantly problems. Tentacles, energy fields, Lockheed's getting pulled in. Nightcrawler is trying to rescue him, and then boom, they get sucked away, and these 2 teenage girls are left going like, whoops, what did we do? Thoughts here, Justin, on how this whole ball gets rolling?
Yeah, so I mean, I love anytime we're kicking off an issue in the Danger Room. It's going to be exciting right off the bat. The stakes are not necessarily high, or you assume so, and it's Nightcrawler doing his thing, and it's cool to know he's trying to practice without using his BAMF abilities and teleport. So just showing his other acrobatic skills, and the girls kind of questioning that, like, oh, why doesn't he just do it like this? And he's like, no, I'm trying to be better, trying to do better. So yeah, that was cool. And then I do remember from that, was it Bizarre Adventures 27?
A Marvel premiere, and then there's a Bizarre Adventures that they tie into it. Yes, yeah.
That was the black and white that we had read, right? It had like 3 issues. three stories. We covered that, didn't we?
That sounds, yeah, we did cover it. This there, he
Paul,
specifically references Bizarre Adventures 27 right here.
Yeah.
But yes.
But so yeah, cool to just kind of get a little tie back to that. And but yeah, pretty random and dangerous for the girls to be trying to recreate something like that. But hey, here we are.
Right, exactly. Stevie, any thoughts here on the girls running the danger room? This seems like not the best idea.
No, just a classic. Oh, what could go wrong? Oh, everything can go wrong.
Right.
Just like But I love the splash page. I like how he's kind of like showing them without even really trying to, showing off some leadership skills, doing the danger room without using his teleportation powers and stuff like that,
Right.
showing them, to work on themselves, kind of thing like that. Which I thought the whole training sequence was really cool. Honestly, those pages off the bat were really fun. But yeah, it was just kind of like, how do we throw this? Like, how do we get into this as fast as possible? Like,
right. Let me remind you of the Vanisher, that great villain, and you remember that story, and spin a yarn.
And I was very happy Loki gets roped into this somehow too. I was like, yes, let's bring the little dragon, please.
For real.
Well, I mean, ultimately what we're getting here is a Wizard of Oz parable in some ways. So you can't have Dorothy without having Toto getting sucked into the land of Oz here, right?
Yes.
It's true.
All right, well, let's see how it goes when you land in Oz. Short answer, not well. Tentacled creatures are carrying you, and they're also like flying dirigibles of some sort. And Lockheed is trying to defend you, but it's just not going really great. And then you see a flying pirate ship thing, and you're like, well, maybe that's a better choice. So you're like, let's teleport over there and see how that goes. And then, of course, pirates are pirates apparently no matter where you go, and they're instantly like, well, let's rape and pillage this thing. And so problems instantly. He gets called a boggy right off the bat. I think somebody's like, oh, that's clearly a boggy, and he's like, I don't know what that is, but I'll just try to defend myself, I guess. So any thoughts here, Stevie, on what we get when we land in the land of Oz, if we want?
Well, I thought once he gets on the ship, like the whole ship, I thought the ship's design and stuff was really cool. It's very like pirate, like cliches and stuff like that, the way they're all talking, the names and stuff. But the design of the ship, I was like, wow, this is really cool stuff, like this fantasy world. So that stood out for sure.
Yeah, that ship and the clouds behind it, the artwork for that, really strong Cockrum stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Drink every time they say boggy. Okay. Buckle up. It's gonna get wild in here. Justin, thoughts on some of the spaceships or flying creatures that we've got here?
Yeah, so I definitely I love the alien vibe that we have to kind of kick off. That's this splash page, by the way, was awesome. I thought it was so well done. And then just to see the creature from the side view, just made me think of Alien or even like the Brood saga, like just getting into the creativity of these made up aliens, which was really cool. And then Lockheed doing his thing, trying to send some flames their way. And then the pirate stuff, this whole time as I'm getting into it now, I'm like, okay, are we gonna get some Starjammers here? I think that this might call for some Starjammer surprise at some point. So that was where I was making the mistake of setting the bar real high.
You're like, where's my Chad?
Yes. Yeah. I was like, Chad's going to show up. And maybe they call him a boggy too. I don't know. But
apparently they did raid their closets because the wardrobe seems very consistent across the Pirates of X-Men universe.
It's true.
All right, well, let's see how it goes. Yeah, first he's bamfing all around trying to dodge these guys, and this guy's like, trying to dodge my bullet. And he's like, look, I'm not a boggy, which, by the way, get ready for that phrase, rip on repeat. He's trying to explain to them, look, I don't know how I got here. I need some help. Is there anything I can do? And they're like, well, we do need a boggy. And then he's like, I don't know what that means. And they're like, maybe you could be helpful. And so they go off to go start gambling and hanging out together. They're instant friends. Meanwhile, Kitty and Ileana are back in the danger room. They're like, we've got to get him back. Let's start messing around with this. Nobody really suggesting like maybe we call somebody, Doctor Strange, an Avenger, a Fantastic. It's very much like we're going to get in trouble if anybody finds out. We got to do this on our own, which obviously is a great decision. So then, yes, we jump back to piracy in the not so seven seas, the seven skies, maybe. we're flying along and we see a ship in the distance, and they decide we need to tack this now. And Nightcrawler's kind of stunned by pirate violence, as if that was not a thing. Kind of his shock at their violence, right? So he decides, you know what I need to do? I need to Luke Skywalker this. He's going to take their own gun and shoot it at their own deck. That's his strategy there. And he basically severely damages their ship in doing what a hero does. So Justin, any thoughts on Nightcrawler both ingratiating and infuriating the pirates?
I love that he embraces this poker game right off the bat.
Right.
They're all like, "Who done this?"
Of course, you like the gambling part.
He said, "The Blarston Boggy done it. Ante up. This here game has taught us. This here poker is the devil's game, or my granny ain't bearded." Yeah, they're just like really great back and forth in that scene. Yeah, like this is it's moving real fast, right? Like this is all the different names, the type of people that they are, kind of threw me off a little bit. It was a little hard to get into this at first, and it's the what do you call it, the stakes, it just seemed like it was like not high in a sense because we're just on this random adventure or whatever. But I was like, okay, well, let's go along with it. I do like that we get some, action scenes here between the two ships, and even getting a closer look at the pirates. Like their technology is like insane. Like the one guy's hand is like a metal hand. I guess it has like, I don't know if it's like a missile or something. The main guy with the red hat or whatever. So yeah, I was just kind of taking some time to look through some of that stuff and the technology that all these pirates have, not just typical blades or whatever.
No, obviously they've got flying pirate ships. They've clearly got tech, right?
Fancy, yeah.
and blasters and all these kind of cool guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Bobby says he's hit the drinking challenge is accepted, but we got to say it buggy in the pirate accent. And Corsair and the Pimp Daddy outfit. Yeah.
Yes, Corsair.
It's a good one. Stevie, any thoughts here on Nightcrawler seems to be switching sides here pretty quickly. Even they got him decked out with like the headband and the whole thing.
Well, I was gonna say like his costume in this is like one of my favorite Nightcrawler costumes with like the sash and the bandana, it's so good. I was like, he should rock that costume all the time. It's really, really good. The colors in this issue like really caught me right off the bat. I just was trying to like have fun with this. Like Justin said, it's low stakes. That this is kind of like a side thing, but it was really fun and entertaining for me. He does kind of seems like he becomes okay with the pirates so fast. Like, I'm good with this. I'll just be a pirate here.
Right.
And then immediately turns on them when they want to do pirate stuff. So it was like,
it's like I'm out.
You know what a pirate is. But it was just a lot of fun. Like this stuff really, like I said, they're trying not to take it too seriously, just enjoy it for what it is. There's a lot of cool stuff. It was really fun to look at. I thought the art was amazing through this, like all this like pirate stuff. So,
well, and I think to your point, like, you and I had talked a little bit about how this references some of the Kitty Pryde bedtime story stuff. We'll get into it a little bit later, but it has that same frivolousness, which I could see frustrating some people who are reading it and going like, this is just like a long dream sequence. It's not really important. The stakes don't matter, any of that kind of stuff. But I think at the same time, you could say that about those issues. And I think there is some fun to be had in just the silliness of it and the ridiculous.
I also think like knowing Nightcrawler now, who the character he is now, and like what some of his influences are, and like who he admired, like when he was younger and stuff like that. When you see this going back and reading it, you can kind of see why he was so willing to just kind of dive into it. So that also worked for me, knowing who he is now as a character kind of thing.
Yeah. Great point. I did not know Dave Cockrum's wife did the color work. Okay. Add that to the list of knowledge. Jackson Roy Kirk drop in here.
Oh.
What's
her name? Oh, I want to see, like, I
was going to say, if you go to the front and maybe look under color.
Just put Patty. Okay.
Patty.
I was wondering if it was like another artist that that was under a different name that we didn't know.
Right, like Louise Fletcher, Louise Jones.
Yeah. Nocenti is the editor on this. That's cool. And Nocenti.
Okay. Yeah. So then we move a little bit further and we find out who was on this other ship. It's a princess, because every story needs a princess to be rescued. And Nightcrawler's like, hey, look, I just saved your ship. Can you get me somewhere safe? I really am kind of like at a loss here. And she's like, he's gorgeous. He's coming with us. I think he's awesome. He also saved our lives. So let's take him to Daddy's house, the big floating city in the clouds, very Lando Calrissian-esque. And all the guards are there. They're like, here's some money. Go away. We don't need you. And he's like, look, I didn't save her for money. I'm not whatever you're claiming. I'm some kind of scallion or rogue or something. I was like, no, I'm out of here. And so he bamfs away. And then he's quickly like, you know what? Everybody keeps calling me a boggy. I'm not a boggy. I don't know what that means, but I got to get some. So I'm upset with all the thievery going on here, but I got to steal some clothes. So I got to steal an outfit. It's a great cloak. Like, it's a really good look. It's a cool look for him yet again. And he hides Lockheed even inside of the hood. Like, it's all of it is
killing the costume game in these issues. Nightcrawler.
Top flight. And then, of course, he's coming around a corner, and this was the first of several times when Nightcrawler just gets knocked in the dome. I do believe he's going to have some concussion protocols after this storyline, because he really gets clocked a number of times. Stevie, any thoughts here on the princess, the Cloud City, the costume change, any of the stuff that Nightcrawler is kind of trying to navigate here?
Well, they really play on, like, he is such a sucker for, like, a damsel. He's like trying to talk up the princess. Then the pirate girl that's in trouble, he just immediately is trying to help and gets knocked out. Which I thought it was great. Like, all the pirates have pirate names, and that girl's called Meg. That girl's name is Meg.
Oh, I know.
It's like, and Meg.
Real simple.
It's like fantastic. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. The whole design of the princess and the world, all that stuff, I just thought was really cool here. Like, I thought I just thought this stuff looked awesome, and it was something different that you don't really see. So I thought the worlds and stuff like that, this in the first two issues, this world was just really appealing to me.
And you can see Cockrum's having fun.
I think they just were like, yeah, man, go crazy, like, do what you want. Like,
right. 100%. Justin, any thoughts here on Slave Leia? Who's calling her Slave Leia? Yeah, the Slave Leia outfit and the Cloud City.
Absolutely.
There's definitely some Star Wars
Conan vibes, kind of.
Right?
I think they call Jin Jav is Princess Jin Jav Sabri.
I'm not going to go with. I'm not going to remember any names. I'm giving up on names. There's the Long John Silver pirate. We're about to get Shark Boy here in a second. I got other names.
It looks like she has on her sandals like a Pokeball. If you look at that design,
gotta catch them all.
For any of you Pokemon fans out there,
well, Nightcrawler is certainly trying to catch a lot of ladies in this storyline.
There's a lot of Nightcrawlers trying to catch a lot of ladies in this series,
right? Well, they're all trying to catch him now that I really think about it.
Right.
He's trying to be faithful to Amanda, who we haven't seen in a while, but still around.
Yeah, hasn't mentioned her. I agree with. I know
I looked it up this week. I know the issue where they break up. Spoiler: it's going to happen eventually. It has not happened yet.
He seemed like he was ready to risk it all for the princess. Like, I'm good here. Like,
I don't know, man. I just remember that hot tub scene with him and Amanda, and then he had to go save somebody. No, this was I agree with Stevie. Like, I love the design of the city. I thought that was really cool. And just seeing kind of, I guess, that middle panel there in the middle.
Yeah.
Just some of those details. But and then of course he gets knocked out. Man, it's a rookie move, Nightcrawler, falling for the chick.
Right.
Be better.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what he got trained at the danger room. That's the
falling for it. don't look at the pretty blonde when she walks by, right? That's what I learned from the Matrix.
Eyes up here, pal. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Candace. I didn't mean. I knew when I said that you were going to be the one to reply. We love our Amanda Sefton. Despite the fact that they're technically adopted siblings, we learned that not too long ago. It's a little awkward. But he was pretty much an adult when he got adopted. Let's be fair. But yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to ruin that. Well, let's see what happens after getting knocked unconscious. Nightcrawler ends issue 1 going like, oh my God, I'm in another one of these weird dirigibles again. What is going on now? These guys have got cloaks, and the guy's like, yeah, I wear a cloak because I got this cane and I'm going to beat you with it. And I'm the Shark Man. And that's kind of how the issue ends. And we're like, okay, we got the pirates, we got the princess people, and we got the shark people. We got a lot of people. A lot of different cultures going on here. And he takes the beginning of the next issue. He takes Nightcrawler to his home, which I'm not going to try to pronounce. And it looks very dark and ominous. It looks like the kind of place that Stephen King would write about in The Dark Tower. And he he's going to basically take him captive. And he locks Nightcrawler up and straps him to some kind of machine like he's going to torture him. Meanwhile, Kitty and Illyana are still like, I think we're figuring this out. Like, we can just like push buttons at random. It's going to make good stuff. This is going to go really well. That's how we got him into this mess. It's how we're going to get him out. So so that's all going down here. Justin, any thoughts on Shark Boy and his home in the land of the Dark Tower?
His name's the Shag Machine, Shag Green.
There it is.
That's his name. Just the Shag Machine, Shag Green.
Shag Machine.
Yeah, he's I'll tell you what, this was really, I was, at first I was surprised, like, oh, this like shark creature, that's weird. In a pirate story, that's weird. And I realized they're just copying One Piece and Luffy and that whole crew. So I'm like, okay, all right, I can give it.
Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe
No,
the reason you like One Piece.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Maybe you like One Piece because they are pulling
You're
from
right.
great X-Men stories.
Yep, that's it. It has to be that. It has to be that. Yeah, this was again just like getting into new names and the next I guess London Town as they call it. London Town.
And Jackson Roy Kirk's mentioning that a boggy is a British thing. It's a British term, right? Which I think is where the term boggart in Harry Potter comes from. I mentioned that to Stevie when we were talking backstage a little bit. But yeah, Justin, any thoughts on also Illyana and Kitty? And they're like, look, a little behind the scenes at my house. My father-in-law was on a submarine in Vietnam, and he always had an ongoing joke about kids just don't touch anything. Don't just keep your hands to yourself, because button pushers sink submarines. That's what he used to say all the time. Pushers sink submarines. So that's what I keep thinking about reading this issue is like, girls, just stop pushing all the buttons. Damn it.
That's a great way to look at that.
Try this one.
Yep. Yeah, it does make you wonder, like, I guess technically Kitty should know better. And I put a little more
as far as tech savvy, like she's played with the Danger Room enough. Right?
Yeah. But this is I guess it's just next level. But no, I love seeing them constantly trying to scramble throughout the series and figure out, and work together. It's a lot of fun. By the way, did you did you mention? Oh yeah. You had talked about the other side, right? A little bit. The
Shark Man.
Like the start of issue 2, this far page, the poot scene.
Not the poot.
So I love when it says poot down.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was great too, because this is Nightcrawler's first time I think he farted. I think that's all that was really.
He's just gonna blame it on the brimstone.
Yeah,
it reminded me of, like, when you try to do something with like an electronic or something, and it's like doo, like
that
was like poop.
That was that noise.
It's like he can't go anywhere. Just like
I love that he actually says poot ? He says, "Oh no, I went poot and I didn't teleport." That is him saying that in that little bit there. So,
performance anxiety.
Yeah. Oh, and there were several times when Shag Machine says that he's like he has all those S's, and I swear it looks like the word ass in front of whatever word he's saying, like every time. Whatever you ask to be. It's just like ass smoke. All these different things. There was a few that really had me laughing. I laughed several times throughout the series, so that
good. Well, that's at least something.
Yeah.
Stevie, any thoughts here on those meddling kids back in the Danger Room?
Yeah. Well, that's just. It was hard to watch them trying to figure this out and get him back. I'm like, just go tell someone. You're not gonna figure it out. Like,
right.
They do him no favors, even when they are trying to figure out, like, he loses his costume.
Yeah, there's a great moment with that coming up.
But sure. I did like the Dark Tower reference. Now that you said that, I look at that artwork and I'm like, yeah, that is very Dark Tower-ish, like Stephen King. But this villain is just one of those villains. When I started reading this, where I immediately hate this guy. Like, he just seems annoying. The way that he's written with his text bubbles, the extended S's, I'm just like, I hate this guy. He's just annoying. Like, he doesn't even know what he's doing. Like, he's not a big bad villain. I'm like, this guy is just annoying. Like, I just wanted him out of here.
Bad green,
as you should.
But yeah, no, he was And it's such a tease with the shark cover, and then it's this guy, and I'm like, oh man, this guy's the shark. Come on.
That I definitely agree. Like that was a bit of a letdown for sure.
Yeah.
I was expecting Jaws.
Bait and switch.
Tony, I'm sipping Angel's Envy. He was asking.
All right.
Angel's
And I think I saw Stevie's having a beer, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I have a Guinness and I have a Jameson on the rocks to the side here.
Nice. You guys are. I was just having water. I'm the one that's got to run this ship for 4 issues.
Yeah, no,
tonight,
that makes sense. That makes
You're
sense.
doing great. You're doing great.
We're gonna crash like a boggy into London town here if we're not careful.
H2O.
The sorcerer who created Sharknadoes. There you go. That's fair. All right, moving right along. While he's strapped to this machine, Nightcrawler is next to this mirror, and inside of it are all these little devil creatures talking and wondering about who he is, and they come out and they are kind of like cute little adorable miniature Nightcrawlers, and they're all just like, oh my gosh, we have to let you out. You're our friend, you're a boggy just like us, but you look a little different. He's like, what are you guys talking about? Then they of course monologue. You get the epic story. Oh, we were taken over by awful Shark Man, and the only place we could hide are in these mirrors, and he can't get us when we're in the mirrors. So we've been ducking and covering from him. But then he took this woman. He was going to sacrifice this princess, and he's like, "Wait, didn't I just rescue this princess? God dang it! This woman cannot stay saved." So they're like, hey, we'll help you. Let's go free the princess. And so he travels this long hallway with a real creepy snake alien creature on the wall without any concern until it of course tries to eat him, and it starts attacking him, and he doesn't know quite what to do. So he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I can't teleport, but I can lead this thing straight into where the Shark Man is trying to assassinate the princess. So he does. He crashes right into the middle of their sacrifice ceremony and sicks the guardian snake aliens onto Shark Man. It's quite an outlandish plan that works surprisingly well, Steve. I feel like it's like, that actually worked.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I'm just trying to tell the story.
Like hearing the breakdown, I was like, oh yeah, that all did happen. Well, that was great. Yeah, it's just a lot. But it was fun. It's like a fun adventure. But I thought it was interesting because when the boggies show up and stuff, and I'm like, wait, these aren't Bamfs, but we're getting Bamfs because I know I'm just like,
yep.
How many look-alike Nightcrawler like species are there?
Yep.
So I was like, wait, these aren't Bamfs. That's right. There's something different because, like I said, I hadn't read it in a while. But yeah, that like I could have done without their whole like backstory. They could have just been like mischievous little like, creatures from this world or something.
Right.
But the shark guy's full on ready to kill this princess. Like the knife is in the air. Like,
oh man, yeah.
So, but yeah, it was some quick thinking.
In the nick of time.
The stone worms and stuff, like the Bamfs, or not the Bamfs, like I said, the bogies try to like almost like betray him. They don't tell him about I was like, hey, who's on whose side here?
Everybody's playing their own game, right? Everybody's tricking somebody, playing somebody.
Yeah. So I'm glad it all worked out, I guess.
Right. Bobby is reminding Tony he's got to take a drink every time we say boggy. So catch up, Tony. You got a lot of work to do, buddy.
There you go.
Justin, any thoughts on how adorable the miniature Nightcrawlers are?
Yeah, so I had kind of made that mistake too. Just like seeing them in the mirror at first, and I just automatically assumed it was the little Bamfs. But then when I saw like them out in full form, I'm like, oh nope, they're they're full form. They're just shorter or smaller. It was a little annoying, like having to read the way they speak. They say fast poof, not boggies, only trick. Boggies can go into looky glass. Like there were just like lots of little, they kept calling they called Shag Green nasty face or some other Snappy Face was the other one. Snappy Face.
I like those names way better than his actual name. So I'm
Shag Green. Come on,
yeah.
You hate on Shag Machine, Shag Green. The other thing
it's
was
it's a sports ball reference, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it is. I was cracking up when they pretty much get this plan together and they send Nightcrawler, and then one of them, as he's like leaving, they whisper like, "Oh, my bad, forgot to warn Phony Boggy about Guardians," and he goes, "Didn't forget. No, Phony Bogey might not have gone if he knew about the danger, which is why we haven't tried to tell him." oh, it's like, oh yeah, no. So that was great. But yeah.
No, we're not to the Bamfs yet, Candace. We're still on issue 2, and I'm at 40 minutes in. I'm gonna set some records tonight. She also says Papa Smurf arrived. These little guys reminded me of Smurfs if Jim Henson had made them into Muppets.
So this also made me think of remember the Leprechauns in issue 103, 102?
Oh, when we learn
and
we learn Wolverine's name's Logan because the Leprechauns tell us.
Yeah, like that, not that these guys are leprechauns, but it just like made me think of that, and then my mind went off to that. I'm like, whatever happened to those guys? They never Claremont. He planted this seed so long ago, and I haven't gotten anything.
They're hanging on Muir Island with Banshee. That's what they're doing. And Moira and the AK-47.
There it is. Okay.
All right. Well, then, any other thoughts here, Justin? Are you good? Want to move on?
Yeah. No. Yep. We're good. Good.
All right. Well, of course, it gets right into fight time. Nightcrawler versus Shark Boy, and he's carrying the princess over his shoulder. He's just like, I'm just going to carry you. I'm going to leave these bad guys to fight each other. Shark Boy is like got the amazing magic staff thingy, and he's like, no, I will destroy my own guardians, and I will zap Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's like, damn, that thing really hurts. I hate this. This is awful. And at the same time, what they really needed were more pirates. Yeah, the pirates show up and they're like, we're here for the princess too. We're going to take these guys down. And Shark Boy throws like a tantrum. He's like, this is unacceptable. I just wanted to sacrifice a princess. Why does everybody have to ruin my day? Nightcrawler has spent the time while he was monologuing realizing, oh, maybe if I destroy that shiny, glowing staff thing with all the power, he'll lose his power. So he swings this sort of ball and chain at the staff, destroys it, and the whole castle basically falls apart. Things are crashing everywhere, and Nightcrawler gets hit in the head again. Another concussion moment. Play on, they're calling the ref and the medical team onto the field. Like, he is down for another count. Stevie, any thoughts here on Nightcrawler's? It started off well, this plan, and then it kind of fell apart here.
Yeah, we're just in pure chaos mode here. Like giant worms, and he's fighting the shark guy. Then the pirates show up, princess in arms. Like, I love I do like the swinging motion where he has that like mace where he like hits the whatever his like staff was or whatever. I thought that was just a really cool looking like piece of art, that whole page, honestly. And then with the princess and stuff like that. But yeah, then he takes another shot to the head and it's just all gone.
I feel like he's gonna have a
just
lot
kryptonite
of
is just a shot to the head.
Yeah, his skin's clearly not invulnerable, right?
No.
How many times is Nightcrawler heading to the blue tent? A lot. Like he's down. He wakes up a lot, from unconsciousness quite often in this storyline.
This is like the third time in 2 issues he'd be going to the blue tent,
right? The shot of Shark Boy yelling, Cockrum says, "Eat your heart out, Gil Kane." There you go. Justin, any thoughts on the battle with Shark Man? The first battle with the Shark Boy Man thing.
I love that Nightcrawler, when he scoops up the princess, right away he says, "Come on, princess, it's not safe here." Well, clearly it's not safe here. She's like, being trapped in hell. She's strapped down. They're doing some ritual on her.
Yeah.
And just
she wasn't planning on staying. It wasn't her choice to be here.
Yeah. Like, she's like, for her, she's just like, oh, really? Should I not be here right now?
Oh, I should have been trying to run away. I did not realize this.
Yeah. These are the little things that stand out to me.
He's such a hero. He's such a hero, though. Like, I could totally see him doing it. Like, even knowing the situation, he's like, "Come with me, princess."
Yeah.
Like,
I'll save you.
Yeah. Don't have been here.
He's so dashing.
No, I mean, this is it's fun to see this other ship kind of get more involved in everything, and Shag Green is not a happy camper.
No. And we just have more people fighting over this princess. It just gets bigger and bigger.
Yep.
He's unconscious and Shag Green has captured the princess and is running off with her, and the Dark Tower is on fire. Everything's bad. Nightcrawler wakes up and his tail is getting pulled by Lockheed, and he's like, "This is ridiculous. This whole thing is just stupid. I got to get out of here." So he bamfs down to, or does he? I think he bamfs down to because the staff has been destroyed. He can bamf again. bamps down to where Shark Boy is. And this is when it gets really interesting because Shark Boy's like, oh, you know what? I got swords. I'll just cut you up. And Nightcrawler's like, swords, you say? Let me just show you what I can do. I can hold one in each hand and one in my tail, and you're going down, sucker. And the epic sword fight happens, and it ends with the Shark Boy getting kicked off of the dirigible and falling, quote, air quotes, to his doom. And the princess is like, that was the hottest thing ever. Let's shag. Now that Shag Green's gone, and they're floating off in joy. So, Justin, any thoughts here on the real swashbuckling moment here?
Yeah. So, first of all, this panel right next to you, he basically says, "I should kill you, Boggy, but time is short, and the fall of the fortress will finish you. Sorry." And he just leaves. So this is like one of several times where he's like, "I should kill you right now. I don't have the time. I'm gonna go, but I'm sure you'll die somehow.
Just time enough to hit you on the head and then bail out of here."
Yeah, yeah. And when he does get hit on the head again, down near Stevie's, where he actually says, hit on the head again. Maybe I should wear a helmet. I think if he had a helmet, this whole series would have been only one issue. He would have been up and running.
Right.
Maybe he has to get one of the extra padded ones like they have in the NFL now, the double sized ones.
Right.
I think also this was where he struggled to. I don't know. That's a little further down. I'll wait with that. But no, yeah, I love seeing his grin of just like, all right, yeah, I can play with swords. Let's just play with swords.
It's so good. And then he picks that one up with his tail. I'm just like, yes, here we go. And those who've watched X-Men 97 when he gets into the sword fight is right. I don't know if Stevie, if you were thinking that same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
It was so good, right?
I love anytime he uses swords. Like I love when he like Nightcrawler is using swords. The cutlasses, like I think it's such a cool look. But yeah, I love his relationship with Lockheed in these issues too. That whole relationship was like cracking me up. Like here and there, where he tries to pick him up by the tail, he's just like, "We went over this, man. This doesn't work. Like you can't do this." Like, but like his whole relationship with like he treats him like a dumb pet kind of thing. Like I just love it. But yeah, the whole swashbuckling like sword fight, I was like, this was so, like in my head, I'm like, it looks so cool. Yeah. On like a hot air balloon kind of thing.
Yeah.
That ship, I'm like, that ship is not outrunning anything, by the way. Hot air balloon. The other one is like, like the looks like a Star Cruiser kind of thing. Like this one's a hot air balloon. I'm like, this thing isn't going anywhere.
No. You can poke a hole in it, it might go faster.
Right. But it did make a really cool setting for a sword fight. So I was like, okay, maybe that's why they wanted to work it in kind of thing.
For sure.
And then, he gets the princess and stuff, which is cool. I also thought it was kind of crazy. They just let the bad guy fall and he's like, oh, he's too far. I can't. I can't
help him now. Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that.
But yeah, don't worry. The princess ends up falling for him and stuff. And so I was like, he got to live out this whole like kind of fantasy swashbuckling adventure.
Right.
Which he must have been like over the moon about. So
yes, the duo you didn't know you needed, Candace, for sure.
They were amazing, honestly.
That's right.
Bobby says the moral is it's better to have a Meg on your shoulder than to be half-staffed. Fair. So yeah, we cut back. And now that Kitty Pryde and Ileana have figured out some switches and buttons, they're like, this is the solution. Boom. We'll push this button. And his costume appears in the middle of the danger room. And they're like, oh, that's probably really bad for wherever he is. Send it back. And we cut back to him with the princess. And the princess is like, I don't know what you just did right now, but I like your thinking. Let's make some magic together. And he's like, I didn't mean to, but I guess it worked out. And then he's like, oh, wait, now it's happening to me. And bamf, he's pooted away. And he lands somewhere far away. And the princess is back in her castle again, very unsatisfied. Nightcrawler falls and lands and comes face to face with an actual bamf. And that is how the second issue ends. Stevie, any thoughts here? Because this for me was one of the laugh out loud moments for me was the costume bamfing.
The costume thing was fantastic. He finally gets the princess and the girls are just messing with the buttons. and somehow they only managed to pull his costume. Like,
yeah,
I was like, okay, that's kind of weird how that worked out. But I honestly thought though, like this was like the saddest part of this whole story. Like he saves the princess brings him back. Like he meets like the king and queen. He's like knighted. He's like in with the royal family, about to start this life. And it seems like he's genuinely about it. Like, if this is the world that I have to live in, then this doesn't seem all that bad. Then gets just like zapped away. The princess looks genuinely heartbroken. I was like, I'm reading this part and I'm like, wow, this is pretty messed up. Like, you're
not wrong.
And then it's like, okay, right into this comedic, like, escapade next, like with the Bamfs and stuff. And I'm like, what about that poor princess? That's just like, no, we don't, nothing. Okay.
Disappointing. Justin, I know that there's definitely some comments to be made about Kitty Pryde's face.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
any thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. There was definitely some hit or miss with some of the faces, but I do feel most of this was pretty solid as far as just general artwork goes. But that this first one near you is a bit.
Kitty's face in particular, like Kitty's face, the larger it gets in these issues, I'm just like, whoa, what is?
Yeah,
I tried to blow this up really big for you. Okay, I wanted this to be the largest image I shared.
Like even this one's fine. Like this one, I think is fine.
Yeah,
the one with, I don't know if it's just the way the eyes were or what it was. But yeah, that definitely was a bit jarring.
And Ileana looks fine. Like
right.
That art for Ileana right next to it is.
Yeah. Slight inconsistency there for Dave, but we'll give him a pass.
She's just really excited. He was trying to go for that. Like,
oh yeah. I would say I feel like if anything though, Nightcrawler was like pretty perfect as far as how he was drawn throughout this whole series. I didn't really see anyone. If anything, every time I saw him, it almost felt like like Dave clearly put more time into him as compared to everyone around him, even in that same scene almost,
like I'm not even joking. Like it's literally just on some panels, Kitty's face and just her alone. Like really.
Yeah.
It was like, there was just some there. I'm like, wait, I don't know what they're exactly going for.
Yeah.
Like maybe just trying to overplay the excitement or whatever it was, but but everything else I thought was really cool. Like Nightcrawler looks amazing through these issues.
Exactly. Agreed. And John, to your point, like this was the first laugh out loud moment for me with the costume. I was not ready for that. I was cracking up. Just thought it was so funny. The reaction that the princess has. There's a lot of like sexual undertone hints throughout the series that I was like surprised with. Like I'm like, oh, like okay, like there's no real reason for it, but like I don't know. Dave's just like, let's have a little fun. Let's take
the most religious X-Men character and put him through a sex comedy.
But he is also a ladies' man. Like he's always been like like. And it is a weird line that they kind of toe with him as being like the super religious guy. Also,
it's true.
Right. I feel like he's less of a ladies' man. He's more just like comfortable, confident, and the ladies like him. I don't feel like he plays the field like some of the other characters do as much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I feel like he's very monogamous, but he's also just like he likes women.
and the fact that the princess is like, "How did you do that? And can you do it again?" And she's like blushing at that point. Like, it's like, not right.
Like she's got her hand like, oh my God, Lord.
Oh my.
We got some friends jumping in the chat that I didn't catch earlier. We got, what's up, Ghetto Head Productions? What's going on? Hello, sir. And what do we have here? We got Brother Job. What's going on, Brother Job? He's outside looking in. Hope you have a happy holiday as well, sir. Nice. One or two more adjustments, and with a little luck, and the Danger Room can now pull random objects through alternate universes. What could go wrong?
So the clips you use for this slide are fantastic too.
I mean, button pushers, man, button pushers always. So yeah, let's jump into issue number 3. Now Nightcrawler's like, I've seen you guys before. You're Bamfs. This is no more boggy stuff now. And they're like, yeah, this Bamf is like, come on, let me show you. We got a whole town of all the boys. Like everybody's like, daddy, daddy, daddy. It's like, what is going on? Meanwhile, Kitty's like, yeah, I think we really screwed up. Maybe we should get some adult supervision. No, let's just keep pushing buttons. We'll figure this out. a few more buttons. We're gonna figure this out. Meanwhile, in the little village where they're all trying to figure stuff out, they've got now Nightcrawler seemingly on like a throne made of crystal, and the Shark Man shows up again. They're like, God dang it. I skipped to a whole new dimension or something, and this guy's still alive and still following me. He's like, haha, yes, and my staff still works. So suck it. You can't even bamf anymore. and he blasts at him, and Nightcrawler's like, this is crazy. The blast didn't really hurt. Maybe I'm kind of protected here. What is going on? And then he's like, wait, I'm not a boggy. Stop calling me boggies again. Everybody's calling me boggies. So then he's like, okay, what I need is to stop this bad guy who took apparently all the women, like all the Bamf women are gone. And he's like, well, I got to help out somehow. He's like, I need some backup. So what we have is this crazy double horn that goes, Beboppa Rudy, she's my baby. And it blasts the sound across the universe. And what shows up but what the Bamf Wolverine, who's already drinking and smoking. He's already getting the day started. So I don't even know where to go with this, Stevie, but I'm going to let you just dive right in. Any part of this you want to try to explain better than I did?
So, like I said, it had been a while since I read this miniseries. This time
Sure.
I read them all right back to back. And after dealing with that, the way the last issue ends, with him being like ripped away from the princess, and then just diving this, I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, what is going on? Like, this is just insanity. The Bamfs for me, like, they just give that like like the Great Gazoo vibe to me, or like, like what's the Batman, like Batmite kind of like
Batmite,
like
Mr.
Like,
Mixopolitlic.
Yeah,
I like them as they've come a long way as far as characters in the comic books. Here, it's just a little like, because I'm like, we just had this kind of like, I know it was kind of crazy and all over the place adventure, but it was, an adventure. Here, I'm just like, what is, like, it's like 2 issues of comedy now kind of thing. I was like,
yeah.
And the other thing I didn't understand is, and maybe you guys can explain this, because the shark guy pops back up from absolutely nowhere.
Correct.
He asks him how he does it. He kind of brushes it off as like, I'm not telling you. Then he brings it up again later on, and I still don't think he tells him how he does it, right?
No.
So this guy just jumped dimensions, got the staff back, and I'm like, are we just supposed to like eat this and be like, okay?
He's the Wicked Witch.
He's the shag machine.
Shows up. Yeah.
Because I was like, I thought for the life of me, I'm like, something is going over my head where they've explained how this guy got here and how he got back and how he didn't die from falling off the ship. And it just never gets explained. I'm like, that's quite a leap for for the reader, and like, in my opinion, which I just thought was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well,
I'm still trying to figure out what these puffballs are,
I mean, who knows?
Their houses.
But like, what? Like, what are they made of? What is the puffball?
They're supposed to be like mushrooms kind of thing,
marshmallows.
Oh, you've got like architectural questions. Like, what are their building materials here on this alternate universe where the
whole panel with like every Bamf calling him daddy? I'm like, we gotta get through this.
Jackson's right with you there, Stevie. This was my first intro into the little Bamfs.
I like the Bamfs. Yeah. Like, and they kind of retcon their history later on down the line with what's it, Azrael?
Yes.
And stuff.
Yeah.
But at this point, they're just like the fairy tale, like goofy little Nightcrawlers. Like,
yep.
It is very interesting.
Justin, any thoughts on I know you've been doing a lot of music live streams on your show. Bebop Rudy Tooty Shimaza baby. Does this ring any bells for you? Is this
She's my baby?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't that one for all that. I wasn't expecting the Wolverine cartoon guy to come out. I thought it was I don't know what was going to come out, but not this guy who is apparently named Mean.
Sure,
with the 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
But speaking of music, I don't think we commented on yet, but I like that Ileana has a Michael Jackson shirt on the entire time.
She does.
Oh yeah, I did not notice that.
It was like subtle throughout, a lot of angles where you couldn't see it, but here you see the full shirt. Like the Bamfs are very fun and lighthearted, and at that once we got into this, I'm like, oh, okay. So this is going back to the dream sequence issues, the fairy tale. Sorry, not dream sequence, but the fairy tale issues, which Candace, you should go back and read. I think it's like one issue. I don't know if we had two or not. Maybe I think just one of the BAMFs. But because she had mentioned this is technically her first time, reading about the BAMFs. But just for the sake of knowing the background a little more, it's not that it's necessarily an amazing issue per se. But and then of course I love how he keeps calling him daddy, and he's like, where are you getting this daddy from? And he's like, well, you're 3 times bigger than me, and you look like me. And he's like, oh, all right, yeah. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. All right.
I mean, at least he's not calling him a boggy, right?
Carry
or
on.
boogie,
Yeah,
or boogie, or
yeah.
Okay, so Lasso's reminding us it's issue 153.
There
the boggy boogie
has
Bamfy,
the large dragon on
it. Kitty's wearing a Doom Patrol outfit. Let's not go too far with this. Any other thoughts, though, Justin, or should we move on to the rest of the Wizard of Oz group we're getting?
Let's keep it going.
It wouldn't be the Wizard of Oz without a Tin Man, and we've got our Scarecrow in Kitty Pryde. That's right. Yes, it's all the BAMF Kitty Pryde bedtime story characters back again. They find that the Blackbird jet that they had from that story is actually that black dragon, and they find the pirate ship manned by Kitty Pryde in yet another phenomenal outfit from her story. And Colossus is he's on the ship with her as the first mate, and they all agree, hey, we've got to stop this bad guy, so let's go to his island. And of course it works beautifully. They get there and they're instantly attacked, and the Blackbird jet pulled into the ocean by some tentacled beast, which is probably the ship that we lost earlier in the story. Who knows? They get onto the island and are immediately attacked by little, I'm just going to say, ugly Cyclops bats, because they blast Shaq's little lasers, and they've all got to fight and do their best to battle these creatures now. It's definitely one thing after another with all these characters, Justin. I don't know your thoughts on how this is going.
Yeah, of course we get at least we get Kitty in this one, and this is where I'm wondering. We see Kitty, we see Colossus, and I'm like, so if this is Kitty from this world, are they going to cross paths at some point, or how is this all going to work? I don't know. Technically, I'm assuming this is all a dream because these characters are part of this dream. So, or fairy tale. But the bats, it's a good point. When we get a close up of them, you definitely get more of a view of what they look like. But from far away at first, the way they're drawn as little purple V's, they look like those other aliens that we had read about in issue 154, I think it is, or 145, one of the two. I forget those cyborg alien creatures that look. They basically look like straight lines. And I remember you and chat were saying it was just lazy, creatures, like these robotic aliens or whatever. Anyway, so I thought that was them for a little bit as we were getting into that. Which at that point I didn't question anything. I'm like, sure, whatever, we got puffballs, but let's just keep on. And then is this where he also? Well, and then the next page you get to see Wolverine down a 6-pack of beers.
Yes. We'll get to the alcoholism in just a bit here. Colossus is Kitty's first mate. That track. But she's not his. Puck is not a munchkin, but he could have fit in nicely here. I definitely agree. Stevie, any thoughts here on the assault on Shark Boy's Island or the Cyclops bats, or I don't know, any of it?
Yeah, I just feel like this issue was just such a reach. He's got his own island on this world too now. But I did think the same thing with these bat creatures. I was like, well, Kitty kind of looks like herself. Colossus looks like himself. It's is this her interpretation of Cyclops on this world?
Right?
These weird looking bat things. But I was like, I don't know if that's just me thinking about that or what. But I just thought that was very odd. I felt like they didn't have to make those I-beams look like that, but they did. I'm like, this must be for a reason, right?
They could have been green lasers, right? They didn't have to be pink, right?
Yeah, this also looks an awful lot like Cyclops' lasers, but
right.
But yeah, I just thought it was so weird. They could have just kept going with that swashbuckling tale, take a hard left into this really kind of crazy world where like what Justin said, are these characters going to meet at some point? he's dealing with alternate dimensions of
Yep.
like his teammates and stuff. I was just like, where this took such a turn. Like,
And we still got a few more turns to go.
yeah.
Old Wolf says, how the hell can we follow this story to earn a chance to win prizes on this channel? You need a few whiskeys just to come close to following this. I mean,
That's right.
you're not
Not
wrong.
wrong.
You're not wrong. Hey, blame Dave Cockrum, or at least you could have about 15 years ago.
Tony, I hope you're
Rest
keeping
in
up with
peace.
the boggy challenge.
Yes.
That's all
I'm gonna how many ways can you spell boggy to match the different ways in which the panel pronounces the name?
Spooky.
Yeah. So to Justin's point, as the battle continues, Colossus is doing his best. Wolverine decides he'd rather drink beer with the whole can and case in one, and then fire the empty cans back at the creatures. Kitty Pryde is getting eaten up and killed, and then it's like, this is really bad. And then Nightcrawler's got to remind himself, but these are kind of like dream characters. Maybe they're not real. How do I feel about this whole thing? But it's perfect because it leaves the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow alone together to travel and try to rescue Dorothy from the wizard or the Wicked Witch up in the Creepy Mountain Pass. Meanwhile, the girls are still pushing buttons. They are still trying to find the right combination. They push some buttons and they get a bamf. And they're like, that is not right. That's not the one we wanted back. But it doesn't really matter because now we're back to the entrance of the secret volcano lair. And Colossus is like, I'm just going to rip this thing apart to get us in there. And a giant block falls and lands on him. And he's like, yeah, it just doesn't really bother me. I'm good. Let's just keep going. So it really, again, you guys joked about the stakes, right? No stakes.
Yeah,
there are no stakes. It's pretty wild kind of what's going on here, Stevie. I don't know if you have any thoughts, but this is when I was like, okay, they were telling an Errol Flynn story with their swashbuckling. Now we're telling a Wizard of Oz parable. Like, make up your mind, pick a lane.
Yeah, like I said, it's like they could have been two different series. Like, it's just completely different. It's so weird to me. But yeah, like I feel like Colossus gets a few things thrown out of him. None of it matters. Like, he just basically walks through it. Like,
yep.
And it was just kind of like, what was even pointed at? I love when the Bamf though teleports into like the room with the two girls, and he's basically like, "Hello, ladies," and they're like, "Nope, see you later." It's like,
Justin, any thoughts here on I don't know, any of the shenanigans we got? I'm just gonna just take it, just go.
I love the design of the cave, the mouth of the cave that that they're walking by, the silver teeth. It almost reminds me of oh shoot, what's the movie,
Lord of the Rings or something? I don't know.
The one where they're like where there's like wars in the desert. They're just like in the desert the entire time.
Oh, Mad Max?
Max, yeah, it's like that. Because they have like the silver painted nose.
Yeah.
Thing. Anyways, and then I just love how when they're like, look, I see that there's multiple Kurts. It could be any one of them. Let's just, first they're like, what if we beam them all back, and then we'll just send all the incorrect ones away and all this stuff. Kitty's like, we're not fishing. Like, this is not that. We're just gonna get him. So let's just try one, and then they get him, and I love that he says, come to Bam's 11 arms, baby cakes. He goes, hot dog, girls. You just make sure, like, it's great. Anyways, that's really it. And nothing else to say there.
Adam says, I think those laser eyes are supposed to be from the aliens in issue 168. So there you go. All right. Impress Comics Matt says Bill Sienkiewicz's stuff was from a lot of drugs in the 80s. Any idea what we can pin all this on from Dave Cockrum?
That's a great question.
Fair. So we get to the very end of issue 3 when they come across the Dark Bamf, which sounds like a name for a bad fart, but instead it's the henchmen that the Shark Boy has now got, and he captures the whole team and ties them all up in this crazy tentacled beast. And this is how the issue ends. The next issue begins with the girls still pushing buttons, trying new things to push, and they capture the Dark Bamf. He appears in their little danger room, and they're like, oh, that's nope, go, it's got to go. And they bamf it away, and they're like, Dark Bamf? What is a Dark Bamf? So yeah, the ladies are left kind of trying to put this all together and still continuing to kind of mess everything up. So Justin, any thoughts here on Dark Bamf?
Yeah, like this had me cracking up too, because like now I'm just picturing what did it look like in the Marvel office studio when Dave Cockrum first pitched this idea, and he's like, then the girls get the little Bamf, and then they accidentally get the big Bamf because the other guy now is bigger, and it's a bunch of
get this,
yeah,
all the Bamfs into one big Bamf.
Jim Shooter's like, this is brilliant. This is Hollywood right here. Yeah. Print it. Let's
cut the check.
Forget one issue. Let's make it 4.
Tell me more.
Yeah, exactly. Also, like, it is interesting to see. I didn't really notice how they were all being held strapped at the end of this second issue or third going into the fourth. But like, that is pretty freaky. If that is an alien,
we find out that it is. In fact,
right. That's
tentacles.
That
borderline
that's that is scary, man. That is scary. Anyway, it's just something else to take note of.
Yeah. Save that for later.
Yeah.
By the way, the girls, I do like the way the way that they're drawn actually down at the bottom far corner that you have there. That scene, or those like the two heads, almost like Beavis and Butthead. Like get into trouble, they're shocked somehow, and anyways, that's
The only thing that saves Kitty and Ileana during this is like they do talk about the time difference. Like this is supposed to be like weeks for Nightcrawler, and they're in the danger room for like 15 minutes trying to figure this out. Which
so
that's the only redeeming thing about them
button.
Trying to figure this whole thing out.
Right. Well, I would have hoped if it had lasted weeks, they would have gotten the professor by then.
The interstellar theory. Time travel.
Stevie, any thoughts on the Dark Bamf or this evil lair or anything, or do you want me to keep going? What do you think?
Issue 3, first cover appearance of Dark Bamf. So
yes,
it's noted.
Yep, it's on the slab. Yeah,
but Dark Bamf's, which is just ridiculous to say, relationship with the shark guy I thought was really funny. Like that was something that I'm reading, and I'm like, their relationship is great because he's like. The way he's talking to him is like, this thing is an idiot. Like it's just fantastic. So, but that was like the one thing I was like, it was funny at certain parts, but I'm just like, man, where have we gone in the issue 3 here?
You could ask that at any page at any one of these 4 issues for sure.
It's true.
Jackson says, I missed a point a few pages back when Bamf calls the butterfly women pennies. Must be for Wendy Penny.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I mean, I had to cut a lot of pages just to get us to an hour and 15 minutes after 3 issues of this.
You're doing great. So. You're doing great, John.
You're doing great.
Candace says, how many buttons are there? Clearly a lot. There's a lot of options. And guess what? We're going to hit a few more here because meanwhile, back at the lair, the one Bamf who did not get captured is like, hey, you know what? I got Lockheed. I got the key. Let's go rescue all the ladies. So he goes in and finds all the female Bamfs where they were held. He rallies them into a group and he's like, we're going to take on the Shark Boy and rescue Daddy. So here we go. Meanwhile, yes, like you had mentioned earlier, Stevie was talking about how Dark Bamf is talking to Shagreen and they're just arguing about this and that. And Nightcrawler's just like, this is crazy. You guys suck at this whole being a villain thing. And then all the lady Bamfs come tearing in and they're like, yes, we are here to win the day. And we're going to destroy the villain. And we're going to win everything. And that guy's hot. Who is that guy?
So weird.
Stop it. Hold the phone. Stop everything. They all just swarm in on him and they're like, oh my God, this guy is gorgeous. Are you a boggy? What are you about? And he's just like, this, just get your hands off of me, ladies. Jeez, let me breathe. Meanwhile, this is really frustrating to Shark Boy, and he just starts screaming and has another temper tantrum. Thoughts, Justin? How did I do on that recap?
Yeah. I like where he goes. The girls are like all over him, and he thinks to himself, "I don't believe it. The girls are as bad as the guys." Because they're all like starting to hit on him. I was cracking up during that scene. I also was laughing at this scene right here. when they first all get shown or introduced, and he goes, we all are. Sorry, he says, all right, listen up. I'm gonna go hand that no good wizard his head. Who's with me? And one says, I am. This says, we all are. And then someone says, yeah, let's punch his ticket. And then from here, he just came up with like another 6 different ways to say it, which is, I just was laughing because he goes, yeah, let's check his hat. Yeah, let's cancel his reservation. Yeah, let's press his pants. Let's kick his bucket. Let's rotate his tires. I'm going to use all of these at work tomorrow. That's what I'm going to try to do.
There you go.
I'm going to try to fit all that into conversation.
Adam says you're not ready for this much peril.
Yeah, it's a lot of peril.
Stevie, any thoughts here on all the BAMFs that now we've got all the BAMFs?
Yeah. So this, at this point, I'm like, okay, whatever. But this is entertaining. Some of these points, like what Justin said, when I'm actually reading some of these parts, I'm like,
yeah,
I couldn't help but laugh. But that charge part that you have on there, when it like, that's a really cool part of that page. It stretches right across the middle. Lockheed's wings like stretch across the whole page. I was like, it actually looked really cool. And I'm like, this is so hard to take this seriously, but I was like, it looked great. But dude, that dark BAMF, like in that middle panel, the top right corner where he's dark BAMF, only pawn in Game of Life. And the shark looks like he's just like spiking something. Idiot. I'm like, I would pay to have that original art. Like,
oh yeah.
Like,
it's just, Blazing Saddles.
It's amazing.
Good Blazing Saddles reference right there.
Yeah. But the whole stuff with the girl BAMFs and Nightcrawler, I'm like, this is getting borderline weird. He's like, you all look like you could be my younger sister. I'm like,
let's be fair, he's dating his younger sister in some ways. So
yeah, it was oh man,
not out of the realm of possibility. Thank you, Bobby, for the reminder. I appreciate you, my friend.
Don't hit the wrong button. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Watch out. I don't want to be BAMFed.
Yeah.
Keep drinking there, Tony. You gotta keep fresh, buddy. So then this book takes a turn here, gang. Okay. Now you're talking, right? I had to, yes, this is where the story gets good. Story gets good. You might have been wondering, as good, intelligent readers of X-Men comics, where's Storm? Here she is. The Wind Rider shows up. She's like, look, I'm sick of this guy with his annoying little staff and his Shark Boy tantrums. And so she rolls in and she just starts lighting him up. Lightning bolts and wind and all this stuff. And everybody's like, whoa, this is wild. And yes, Nightcrawler's like, this is what I'm here for. And he's like, wait a second. This living thing holding me seems to react to my movements. Let's tickle it. So he tickles the beast that is holding them, and it laughs so loud it launches all of them and sets them all free. And then they all jump right into the act. And Dark BAMF is trying to stop Colossus, and Nightcrawler's like, I don't know how I feel about these guys dying, but they're not real. They're kind of figments of my imagination or Kitty's. I don't know what's going on anymore. And so he's like, I got to defeat Shark Boy. That's got to be my focus. And he realizes, oh, I'll destroy the staff again. And Shark Boy's like, ha, in your face. Like, I already knew your tricks, and it's not going to work again. I built my staff better this time. My staff's even stronger this time. You can't stop me anymore. And meanwhile, Kitty pushes some buttons, and she can now see, into this world where Nightcrawler is. She's like, it's like, whoa, I never thought that I'd be able to actually see this insane place wherever Nightcrawler went. And of course, Nightcrawler's been hit in the head, and he's rubbing his head again, like, gosh dang it, this concussion's really a problem. And Kitty's like, what can I do? I see Storm's down there, and she's blasting this shark man, and I just don't know quite what to do here, but it's entertaining. It's I'm having a good time. So Stevie, any thoughts here on any of these shenanigans?
Well, I thought the design of Wind Rider Storm was pretty cool. Yep. I thought her design was pretty cool. And I also thought that it's cool that they call her Wind Rider, because in the last couple issues or whatever, when the life story issue where they were talking about referring to her as Wind Rider and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty interesting. For sure. That's what they call her in this world and stuff. Of the whole tickling thing, it's like, I love the little giggle word bubble says giggle. Yep. I was like,
I forgot about this.
Yeah, but it just we're coming to the climax.
I wanted to forget about it.
It's like, all hell's breaking loose. Now there's a giant Kitty Pryde head in the back as well. Like,
Yep. It's all happening.
Yeah, it's all happening. Is right.
Justin, any thoughts on the Wind Rider, on the tickled torture device machine, on Kitty Pryde's floating head? What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm glad you had to bring Wind Rider in if you're gonna stick with the rest of the story. She was very much part of the one from 153, and glad to have a little bit of Storm action. I figure you blow her up the way you did there. So nice job there, John.
The slideshow did it naturally.
It just
AI.
Yeah. And yeah, the tickling part I had forgotten about from what I was asking from earlier. So that is just hilarious. The way it's written out and everything.
Because you said earlier, like, I didn't realize that was tentacles. I was like, it's kind of important later on. It's a living thing,
So yeah, that's wild. And I like that it all kind of makes sense now to the cover and everything, just that they're literally watching them like it's a TV show.
Yeah. And I do think that's Kitty's floating head, just the light on her hair with the
I see it now because I do see Ileana's eyes in the corner of that top.
Right.
On your thing there, but it is in there. But yeah, so.
We got some
that one panel where I was talking about where Nightcrawler is referring to the female BAMFs as like his little sisters, and the one says, "Love will find a way." Stud Muffin.
There it is. Lasso says, "I'm that Wind Rider guy now." Sure. Didn't Diana Ross wear that costume on stage? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Probably not far off.
I think so. No wind, no rain, or winter's cold can stop me, babe.
Oh wait, the other thing. Why did she say that she's the great and powerful wizard of? Like, where did Shaz come from? I mean, I understand it's a play on Oz, but was there, because that's Kitty, right? So Kitty Pryde.
Yes. She's going to do that on the next page. If you want, I can show it.
Oh, we're not on that. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
The next page is that one. I'll scroll through here. The next page, she decides, I can interact. So I'm going to pretend to be like powerful and see if I can throw this crazy Shark Boy off of his game and maybe free up somebody here. But Shark Boy is not impressed, and he blasts at her, and she falls basically into this world. She's like, oh crap, now I'm stuck here. But she grabs onto Lockheed, and Ileana's like, all right, let's do it again. Close my eyes. Push a button, and she saves Lockheed and Kitty and pulls them out. And Nightcrawler's left going, WTF, man? Like, what do I have to do to get rescued around here? I'm stuck playing battle with this annoying guy with his stupid staff that's not. It's glowing at the base. What? Maybe this idiot didn't actually do anything but flip his staff upside down, and now I'll break the end of his staff and I'll pull that away from him. And of course, that leads Shark Boy to be very upset, and Wind Rider can now blast him, and he is now very frustrated. And so Nightcrawler destroys the staff. He cracks it on the ground and breaks it, and it's like the multiverses collide. All these different stories, all these different BAMFs, everything's coming together and creating ultimate chaos. Justin, any? So you wanted to say something about the floating Kitty Pryde's face here? Yeah,
so I was just wondering where she came up with the word Shaz, or that just seemed random. I thought maybe, I don't know, that she had do more of a play on words of Wizard of Wizard of Pride or Wizard of Kitty, or I don't know, something to that effect. And then I thought maybe she was trying to play out the Shag Green name. I don't know if she knew Shag, so she said Shaz. I don't know. That's just some random deep thought on that. And then I love the artwork here with Ileana. I love that panel of her pushing the button. Just the detail that he had thrown into that,
I had to bring my Homer Simpson gif back.
It's spot on. And then even her, where she's like screaming, she goes, "I don't know, I wasn't looking," and she's like clenching her fist. Like, it's just a great detailed, shot of her. So because
Kitty is like, "Do it again, do it again."
Yeah. What did you do? Whatever you did, do it again. Yeah, that was great. Just there is some really good, from an art perspective, details that I think Dave continues, clearly still has, at this point. Even though we were teasing about the one with Kitty, but and then that splash page, by the way, or however, I guess splash page, very cool. Like, I love the colors of everything.
Right.
The way Nightcrawler's drawn, then he's getting like kind of pulled in, and just like the light pinks and yellows and the greens and everything, and then you get like the swirl underneath it and the purple background and stuff, and you see the dark Bamf turn it back into the 100 little Bamfs. The overall cool story.
Stevie had mentioned, I know, color work, and obviously these pages, Stevie, are kind of highlighting that quality that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The color in this comic, this whole miniseries, I was just like, it is like the quintessential what I think of a comic book as far as like color is concerned. Bright, contrasting, like colors that were just like really make everything pop and look really fun and cool. But yeah, as far as like these panels are concerned, so I love it. Like maybe as a wizard, it's something you deal with a little bit more with the giant floating head. But I love how she goes off on this Wizard of Oz thing, and he's just like, "Keep out of this, fool!" Like, not now. Like, and just immediately, the whole thing with Lockheed coming back to Kitty's really cute. But what Justin said with like Ileana hitting the button, like I felt like he did a really good job of like kind of like building that tension where it's like Kitty's screaming at her to like do what she just did. She doesn't know what she just did, and she's trying to like kind of figure it out. And she's like, "I don't know." Boom! Like, just hit the button. Like, I felt like that was like that was a really good moment as far as like what like I feel like they nailed that tone as far as like what that should feel like. I did like Nightcrawler's like process of like figuring out the staff. He's like, I broke it, but he's still holding on to it, so the staff must still be doing something, right? So but and yeah, like it was a really nice splash page at the end, obviously, and stuff like that. I love the detail of like the little Bamfs from Dark Bamf, like that panel where it's just like 100 little Bamfs on the like in that outline. Totally. It was really, really cool.
No, totally agree. You guys are nailing it. Let's see. Matt says, so maybe Cockrum was playing the boggy drinking game, and that's why the first two issues ended up like these issues. Candace says, I believe it. Then she says that they can't say Shazam because DC would copyright. Yeah, that's right.
They wrote.
Oh, maybe that's what that actually might be the reason why, because he was a wizard. Like that's where he got his power. So.
Matt says DC doesn't want any part of this. Fair, also fair. So yeah, let's see what happens. Nightcrawler Bamfs away across space and time. Things are going crazy. The little Bamfs are like, "Hey, what about these hottie Bamf girls? They're back together," and they all just Bamf away. The X-Men that he left behind are taking Shagreen, the Shark Boy, into custody, and they're like, well, that guy was a boggy, right? And then they're all screaming out, he's not a boggy. I don't care what he is, as long as he's gone. So Nightcrawler pops out of the air and lands in front of a dinosaur cowboy, because that's what this story needed. That's what was really missing.
I really thought it was over. I really thought
just when you think you know where the book is going, you get Dinosaur Cowboy.
I needed 2 more issues of Dinosaur Cowboy story now.
Yeah.
And he says, what in tarnation? Well, I'll be hornswoggled. It's a mammal. I'm Cretaceous Sam, the roughest, toughest, rip-roaringest, rootin'-tootin'est varmint west of the tar pits. Look, gang. This is what we...
Sam.
I don't even know. By the way, first appearance of Cretaceous Sam. So then Nightcrawler's left going, look, I don't even know what's going on. My head hurts because I got hit again. I'm falling out of the sky. And so he ends up escaping and thinking things through, and he's getting attacked by monsters on this far planet. And then he realizes where he is, and he's like, wait a second. This is all connected to Bizarre Adventures 27, that comic book that I read when I was younger. No, I was starring in it. Never mind. And he decides, I need to find that weird old granny. And he runs across, Oracle, whatever they call her. He runs across the terrain only to find more attractive women interested in him. And they're both like, oh my gosh, you're the first person to ever come back. You need to stay. It's so amazing. And talk to our creepy television set. And so, yeah, this story It's like one of the editor's months off kind of books. Like it just rails here. Like we are way off the rails. So Stevie, what do you like if there's anything here on these pages?
I like that panel of the giant lizard's boot in the it's just like I'm like, where are we? Like I could not believe that when he teleports that this is where he ends up. And like I'm reading these panels like, holy crap, where Cretaceous Sam? Like,
right.
It was just a lot. And like even the way this all works out, it's like no one saves him. Like he somehow winds up on this world with someone that has the power to get him back home. Yeah. Like Ileana and Kitty never solve it. He doesn't solve it. Like,
nope.
Even when they're taking Shark Boy into custody, it never gets revealed how he got there. Like,
nope.
We'll talk about it at the end. But like the first two issues of this miniseries to me had a lot of potential, and then it just goes like out there, like way off. Like like looking back now, I'm like, it's kind of a shame because if they did a 4-issue swashbuckling tale, even with like where they left off at issue 2,
right,
it could have been so good. And it just goes off the rails 3 and 4.
Well,
I still love Nightcrawler, but I'm just like left like, how did we get here?
You make me want to quote the movie The Big Chill, where he says, "You're so analytical. Sometimes you just need to let art flow over you."
That's when I look at that panel of Cretaceous Sam.
Right? Justin, any thoughts here about these pages?
That was a great impression of the cowboy dinosaur, John, that you did. We could add in, "There's a snake in my boots."
Right, he is the snake in his own boot.
This was just like I turned the page and it was just like it was exhausting. It's just like exhausting at this point to just like go on to this, and like I'm gonna just leave it at that because the next page that you go into was even more exhausting, and like
it doesn't get less.
No, you just jump right into the next one there, John.
I just like Bobby says they need to bring Fun Nightcrawler back. No, they don't, Bobby. Nobody's asking for this. Nobody. Peanut butter sandwiches. And Candace saying, "I'm gonna have interesting dreams tonight."
Yeah. I mean, Nightcrawler himself is pretty consistent through the issues. It's the settings and these ridiculous scenarios. He's put in like throughout this adventure.
Adam says, "If I was working at Marvel, I think I'd be updating my resume at this point."
Oh, yeah. You really do. You wonder if they were just like, "I'm gonna throw the Cretaceous Sam thing out there, see what they say." Oh,
yeah,
they went.
I got another idea. Yeah. Candace says the title should have been "Bamf's Blue Things, Babes, and Batshit Crazy."
Yes.
Fair. Well, Justin asked for it, so let's finish this story off. We finish with one of the Golden Girls basically saying, "You've had the ability to go home all along. Deep inside, you had a little bit of this dark magic still, and it's what made the Danger Room come to life. It's what created this thing for you, and you can go home whenever you wish it." And so he bamfs back with the last bit of dark energy, I guess, fading away from him so that we will hopefully never have to experience this again. And Kitty and Ileana are like, "Thank God, we were going to be in so much trouble. We really couldn't do it after destroying the Blackbird that one time." And then they all walk away happy except for Nightcrawler, who's like, "That Queen Princess gal was really hot, but whatever." And that's the end. Justin, what do you have to say about these pages?
So this whole page was just like, I turned to this page and I'm like, man, like I thought, we teased about Claremont, we teased about his word bubbles and everything else, but like I truly felt this was exhausting towards the end. When I got to this page, I was ready to just like, oh man, this is like, do I even need to read this right now? And you really don't. I mean, you read the one panel that basically explains how he, tap your red ruby slippers in your back. The part that I loved was the very end, which is as he gets back there, Nightcrawler to the girls, and they're all very excited. That last panel, I was again just cracking up because it stayed with some of these like, like, I don't know, just this like sexual, hints of things that I wasn't expecting throughout any of this, and we got a lot of it. But for them to say, we'll get some milk and cookies, and you can tell us all about your adventures. And they're like, I especially want to hear about what happened when the computer grabbed off your costume, snort. And he goes, oh, you're too young for that sort of thing. And Kitty says you should see her Playgirl collection.
Yep.
I was like,
that caught me off guard. I was like, whoa.
Okay.
As it should.
So Dave, I really do feel like Dave Cockrum wrote this and was just like, I don't even want to write this project. I'm just going to make it so ridiculous, and they're going to say, no, we're not doing it, and then I can move on with my life. And they were like, we love it.
Yep. Publish it now.
Approved. Yeah. And Dave was like, oh shit, I have to write this whole thing now.
Sorry, Stevie, you were going to say something there.
I kind of wanted the same thing, but he has a lot of ties to Nightcrawler and his history and that character. Like,
right.
But I mean, maybe just because he wrote these stories and stuff, but it was very interesting. Like I said, I felt like missed opportunity. Even the fact that here he learns that he can do this, like he can, like if they built that into the story, like, dude, you're powerful enough that you can jump dimension with your teleporting. Like that would have been a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's this television box telling him.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, oh, all right. And then even when he gets back, Kitty's like, we rescued him. I'm like, you didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. No. You saved Lockheed, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, like missed opportunity. I thought this could have been a really strong, like miniseries. Like if they just kept going with their original,
let's
1 and 2 story.
Yeah, let's get into some of the scores and stuff here. I like that Oval says John's quoting the Big Chill. Justin does a Woody impression. What a bad time to quit sniffing glue. Like the airplane joke. See, we got all the movie references.
Nicely done.
So yeah, let's do some final scores here. Anybody have any scores they want to give? Let's go. Justin, we'll start off with you. I love it. Tossing it your way first.
Yeah.
How would you grade on a CGC scale, or is there a score low enough? What are you doing here?
Do they make anything under a
right?
No. So like, very like, yeah,
my boy.
Very, very frustrated with a lot of it. I think it should have been at most. I think it should have been an annual. I understand at that time, especially like, let's just get ridiculous with the annuals and make a single issue. 3 chapter annual that people can read, 70 page, whatever. This is over 100 pages almost. So
right.
It's a lot for this. And I don't know if like their mindset was like, well, it's Nightcrawler, so it's going to sell. And maybe that's why they like did it. but like, it just didn't need to be this. And what we've been saying this entire time, like it all the stories jammed into one was just not, it was just so over the top that you just had to laugh. I don't know. There were some parts I really enjoyed. I'm trying to like some of the artwork I really, really loved. I loved Dave Cockrum, loved the majority of stuff. I do appreciate that this series had made me laugh out loud several times. So I do appreciate it for that. And I was able to pull something from that aspect of it. But to Stevie's point from before, like with the girl at the end, or the Oracle at the end, and telling him that how to basically get home, like there totally should have been a more hashed out, some learning lesson about his powers, or something more detailed that attaches to further use down the road, and not just some cheesy, cop off of Wizard of Oz storyline or whatever. And so because of that, most of these stories, like even if we do kind of tease about it, joke about it, or whatever that we've been reading throughout this show, a lot of times I'll look for those like key moments of like, yeah, but this character development is like so powerful or so special or whatever. And they just didn't have any of it here. Like there was just no heavy moments that could have saved it for me to combat it and say, well, guys, I still think it should be this high. Like there was none of that. So I'm pulling at straws here, but yeah, like this falls really flat for me, unfortunately. Like I felt I used the word exhausting. I felt exhausted towards the end of this. And I did, sit and read throughout, straight through. And like I was shot at the end of it. So that's where I stand. I'm gonna give this like a God, like the artwork is like the one thing I'm gonna like,
He's trying so hard not to say a score. He's trying so hard to give us all the reasons. It's like a giant asterisk.
This is a really friendly grade, and because I love Nightcrawler, this is a friendly 4. I'm gonna give this a solid 4, and I'm gonna stop talking.
It's so good. Stevie, how about you, man? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I love Nightcrawler. I really do as a character. It's hard for me to read this series knowing this is his first solo series. And like, this is the kind of treatment that he got. And I'm not saying they weren't trying or anything. I understand the Wizard of Oz, like tie-ins and stuff like that. I think they might have leaned in a little too hard in 3 and 4 when it comes to that stuff. Sure. I like this series if you just ended at 2. Like if you just take 1 and 2 as its own thing, it's a lot more tolerable for me. Sure. And I love those 2 covers. Like I said, first Nightcrawler solo series, the 1 and 2 covers are amazing. But I have to take it as a whole. I would probably put it somewhere between a 6 and a 7. And only reason I would put it that high is for those reasons. First solo Nightcrawler series, one of my favorite covers, characters, one of my favorite Nightcrawler covers. I just, like I said before, a lot of missed potential. They could have just kept this a really cool, fun, interdimensional, swashbuckling 4-issue series, wrapped it up tightly with how he gets back, and like it would have been a lot better than what it was. Unfortunately, it's not well revered as like a strong miniseries.
No, not a lot of people coming back to this one.
Right.
No. Matt from Empress, he's giving it a 4.0 because he loves that cover for issue number 1 so much.
I mean, that
Bobby De La Ghetto, sorry, 9.6.
Love it, Bobby. I love it.
Jackson Roy Kirk's like the first 2 issues are 8s. The 3rd and 4th are 3s. The art is a 9.0.
Yeah, the art and color is great.
Justin is exhausted. We sat through this for almost 2 hours. I know. I'm at an hour and 42 minutes, and I'm impressed with where we're at.
Yeah,
jumped the shark.
Yeah,
you did really good, John.
I'm somewhere
jump
in the
the
middle.
shark boy.
Yeah, I'm about a 5. I think I'm that 5 range. The first 2 issues, obviously, I like more because of the Errol Flynn swashbuckling stuff, which is what I love from Nightcrawler. Give him some swords, let him be a pirate. I'm in. Sign me up. But we just didn't get enough of that for sure. Mm-hmm. Lasso says, I loved when I featured issue 1 on my back issue of the week a few weeks ago. I got 1,000 views. Woo!
Yeah. People love Nightcrawler.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
right. So let's get into the MVP. Any character or any element that you feel like was most valuable. It's hard not to choose Nightcrawler here, but let's throw that to you, Justin. Who's that MVP?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess you got to kind of lean into Nightcrawler, but Shag Machine. I mean, he was very consistent. He came back again and again. You got to give him props for the fact that he not only did he come back, but he didn't tell anybody how. Like that's how good he was. Like,
and I don't have to tell you how.
He didn't have to explain anything. He thought of the brilliant idea of flipping his staff around. Like, come on, like these things are things that not everybody can think on the fly about. So, so let's throw the Shag Man, the Shag Machine in there for MVP.
Stevie, how about you, man?
I mean, it's obviously Nightcrawler for me.
Yeah,
but I am a fan of Sabri, the princess.
Yep.
I was curious, and I tried to find this out, which I could not find any information. Does she ever come back as a recurring character?
I would be surprised if any of these characters came back.
I don't remember it in my personal history, but I'm like, what a shame. What a shame.
Disappointing.
It's just true love. I'm convinced.
I am definitely for the Bamfs here. The lady Bamfs. I think this is the first time we got female Nightcrawlers, and they are very cute. And then the little Boggies are adorable. So I'm all about the alternate Nightcrawler sort of characters that we get here. I think they're a whole lot of fun. So I'll spread the wealth there.
I would put Lockheed up there too. I enjoyed him
Ooh,
in this,
yeah.
in these issues, especially 1 and 2.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bobby, nobody likes the weird Wolverine eating the
We didn't even
cans and
talk
shooting
about
them
the
out
weird
at
Wolverine.
people. Good Lord, buddy. Come on. I'm sure everybody wants to know the value of these books. Yes. A 9.8 of issue 1 is $170. A 9.8 of issue 2, $120. There's a pretty steep drop off for the issue 2 to the 9.6. So if you had a 9.6 and pressed it and cleaned it and got a 9.8, that's a pretty nice bump that you get there. Not much of a gap between the 9.8, 9.6s of issue 1. And then issue 3 has a 9.8 value of $90. And issue 4, 110. I do believe, some concussion protocols and some danger room privileges being revoked here is really the only important elements from the story. Any thoughts on the numbers here, gentlemen?
I just think I bought this whole series for like a $5 deal or something like that from Zap. So if if you are looking for this, it's definitely out there in the dollar bins and 50-cent bins, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, I went out and bought reader copies. I know I have this series. I bought reader copies for this video. I think it was a total of like somewhere between $6 and $10 for everything. I do have a really nice copy of Nightcrawler #1 that I do want to get sent out.
Nice.
Graded.
Oh, maybe you get that 9.8. Crispy.
Because it is his first solo title.
Yes, it is.
And as one of my favorite characters, I would like to have that graded. I love the issue 2 cover. It's not something I wouldn't need graded. And issue number 3, first cover appearance of
Dark Banff.
So
there it is. Fair. Jackson or Kirk saying, I bought 2 copies back in the day. So glad I could get rid of a set a few years ago.
I've sold the set a few times. People, if you sell the set as a whole, people.
There's a color pop on that corner. No, come on, Ryan, get out of here. All right, well then that is all for the slideshow, gang. Thank you all for hanging out for so long because we're to the trivia. We still have 13 minutes till we hit the 2-hour mark. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna try to get this done quickly. We got 4 trivia questions for you. 2 from me, 2 from Justin. These are about Life Death Part 2, issue 198. Last time when we were over on Justin's channel. So if you watched or if you've read that issue, maybe you'll have the answers. The first 2 correct answers get a point, and then the best wrong answer gets a point. So you can play even if you're giving wrong answers. Stevie's going to pick somebody and throw a point their way as we add up the tallies. Justin, you got a question to kick us off here?
Yeah. My first question is, who was the first person Storm thought she saw in the desert? There's a whole episode or whole issue takes place in the desert. Who was the
Lots
first
of hallucinations
person? Yeah. Who was that first person she saw? I thought this would be a good layup too, for some funny incorrect answers. Maybe some stuff from tonight even. Thank you, Roy, for dropping the line.
2 correct answers.
Yep.
Magic Lasso.
Yep.
And Impressed Comics.
Yep. Nicely done.
Old Wolf with the first wrong answer. Professor X.
Can't go wrong with that.
The first thing that popped in my head, I'm like, was it that real or not real snake? Is that?
Yeah. Right.
Oh. Fair. Yes, it was Lawrence of Arabia. Is that you chanting 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours? Or are you saying 2 hours?
I think she's saying she saw 2 hours.
She's saying wrap it up.
That's what I took away. Dave Cockrum writing a 4-issue miniseries on her. Ooh.
That's what she saw. Yeah.
The 2 jerks that shot her. Oh, goodness.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, Stevie, any favorites in there so far?
I'd say the Dave Cockrum writing the 4-issue series on her.
Lasso.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. My question is, when she's seeing the hallucinations of the X-Men, what name does she call Xavier? She calls Xavier something. So what is it she screams at Xavier? So many good choices there. Jackson, drop in the starting line.
That's another layup.
Appreciate you, Jackson. Calls him a jerk. Bobby says, "Oh no, they're making U2 is making the video." I think he's talking about the last question. U2 is out there. Joshua Tree. The correct answer is liar from Magic Lasso. And he capitalized it with the exclamation mark. And it's Empress again. Getting in here. Maybe she called him John Belushi. I think that might have been an answer to the last question, but I'll still accept it as comedy for right now.
That's right.
She called him Wheels. It's just me. She called him Picard. She called him a boggy. He's not a boggy. She called him Angry Eyebrows. Patrick Stewart. She called him Patrick Stewart. That's a compliment. That's very flattering. Any fun answers there for you, Stevie?
Yeah, let's go with the first person who said jerk. I think it was Adam.
Adam makes stuff up.
Let's just be honest. He's a jerk.
Well played. We call
Nice.
it the N-word.
Oh my God.
It's not Kitty Pride. It's not Kitty Pride. Kitty Pride's the one dropping that word.
We covered that issue. They covered that issue already.
Yeah.
All right, Justin.
Oh my gosh. All right, my next question is, what did Wolverine offer Storm during her hallucination? When she thought she was talking to Wolverine, what did Wolverine offer her? And I'll be a little open to how this is answered, because there could be a couple ways to kind of say this. But what did Wolverine offer Storm? All right, yeah, I can go with.
That's correct.
Yeah, I can go with. I could go with both. I could go with both.
Oops, sorry. And then Magic Lasso.
Yeah.
Okay. Magic Lasso just took the lead back from Impressed. He's one up.
They're gonna be
Impressed.
ping-ponging back and forth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Impressed says he offered to kill her, which is true.
Yeah.
Adam says offered her a sandwich.
That's good, Adam. That's good.
A sandwich and a beer.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
He offered himself
Oh God.
a back scratch. The dance of no pants.
That's good.
Some weed.
$15, little
A
man.
hug. An adult mag. Narcan. All right. There's some comedy happening here, Stevie.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I know I picked them for one, but the dance of no pants is the winner.
He's got it going on tonight. He's got all the comedy happening.
Backing him up.
All right, so another one. Now he's got a 2-point lead. Let's see how he does on the final question of the night. Storm wakes up from all her hallucinations and exhaustion in a village, and she has to help them. What is it she has to help the people in the village? What is it she's going to do for them? How does Storm help the village? Let's see what they say here. Yeah, there it is. I wrote she helps deliver a baby. So there it is. Delivers a baby. And Adam makes stuff up. Delivers a baby. Correct answer.
That is correct.
Help a baby. Help a baby.
Someone help that baby.
Help the baby. Got to help the baby. She finds the nearest McDonald's, which, let's be fair, in Africa, probably not that easy. Teaches them the Macarena. All along the same lines. Teaches them the YMCA from the Village People.
Nice. There was some dancing.
Sharing answers here a little bit.
Yeah.
Take all the trash to the landfill. It takes a village to raise a child. It does.
It does.
Bobby.
It does.
It's true, Bobby. All right. I think the answers are kind of done now. Anything you like there, Stevie?
Yeah, well, honestly, I like it takes a village to raise a child the most. But I'll give it to I'll give it to Bobby.
Bobby. All right, there you go, Bobby. Congratulations, sir. Stevie, huge thank you, man, for coming and doing a 2-hour episode of this show, man.
Thank you, guys. I always love being here with you guys. It's always a blast. And I'm glad I get to give one of these away for you guys.
Yes. Thank you.
Hugely appreciate it, man.
Yep.
That'll be fun for sure.
So all of you who are on the wheel, we want to make sure we get a lot of names on there so that he doesn't win his own prize. That would be really awkward.
Yeah.
So rack up those points so that when we come to June, we can give away that to someone awesome in the community. Appreciate you, Stevie, for doing that.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
As a reminder, we've got one more episode next week on Justin's channel before we take our winter break and come back in 2026 with all new fun stuff like the Bearded Comic Bro reading another X-Men related book. So yay. So be back. We're reading just issue 199 for next week over on Justin's channel. So that's what's coming up here.
Yep.
Huge thank you for all of you sticking around. We're going to make it under 2 hours. I appreciate everybody for staying up late, especially
job,
Tony, who's clearly deep in the bag. Appreciate you, buddy. And we'll catch you guys all again next time.
Later.